see and hear me. Let's get started. Hey, my name is Jessie. I'm here with Decker Truckline, and this is our weekly Q&A, an opportunity for you to ask your questions, get them answered. Hopefully I have those answers for you today. We're going to talk about some of the available positions here at Decker, which is what we usually are doing to kind of keep you informed on what's going on. But before we do that, we do have a reminder of a couple of the policies and stuff that we've got going on right now. Not going on right now, but some of our policies that we want to keep you in the loop on updates. We will have more coming out on our hours of service and our check-in that you guys have been asking about. But I want to remind you about our parking policy. Now, Decker has terminals in Missoula, Montana. We have terminals our main terminal is in Fort Dodge, Iowa. Now, I say Montana because I'm out of the Montana one, so it comes off the top of the head first. And then we have Bessemer, Alabama. We've got one in Hammond, Indiana. We have a shop in Des Moines, Sperry, Minneapolis. So we've especially Iowa area, we're pretty well covered. That being said, we do hire out of a number of states. The best thing to do is to reach out to our recruiting department, and you'll see the number here, 877-433-2537. That is the best way to get a hold of our recruiting department, and they can help to answer some of those questions for you. So to kind of give you an idea of where we hire from and, what the pay is, what the running lanes are, what that position entails. So while we're on the live and it's Tuesday at noon Central, feel free to go ahead and pop into the chat, ask the question, give me your zip code, give me your number of years of experience. That helps a lot because then I can be more specific on my answer. So instead of giving you a vague answer, you'll get all of the details. Okay, so there's that. But in addition to that, like I was saying, we do hire out of multiple states. The Midwest is real heavy for freight for us, so refrigerated flatbed, we do a lot of that. But where I was going with all of that is when it comes to parking, you are responsible for finding a parking or to arrange parking during your home time. Now, if you live near a terminal, park at the terminal on your home time. We'll take care of a lot of that maintenance during that time as well, so it makes life a little bit easier for you. If you're in Montana, we do require that you leave the tractor and trailer in Missoula on your home time anyway. Since the freight is pretty much going through Missoula, but we don't necessarily have a ton of freight around or within Montana itself. A lot of it's just going through. So the best thing is to leave the tractor and trailer in Missoula on your terminal or on your home time. And we do have secured parking at the terminal locations, of course. So your personal vehicle will be secure during your home time or during your out time. There we go. In Fort Dodge, we have, of course, our full service shop. We have the wash bay and the detail shop, and I mean the whole works there. In Bessemer, we of course have our shop and some of our driver managers, office staff there. Missoula, we've got the shop and wash bay and some, and we've got our driver managers refrigerated side there. Bessemer is more of our flatbed, and not more, it's definitely our flatbed. And then we have a shop in Des Moines. That's just the shop there. And then we have Hammond, Indiana as well, with the shop in Sperry also. So if you were out on the road and you're parking your vehicle at one of the terminal locations during your road time, awesome. It is in a secure spot. If you're when you're coming home and you're leaving the truck and trailer at the terminal, then we can take care of a lot of the maintenance. Now, if you're in, let's give an example here. If you're in, say, Texas or the Carolinas, somewhere where we don't have a terminal, then yes, the responsibility lies on you on finding a secure parking spot for your home time. And that could be, you might have a secured location on your property, or you might need to make arrangements elsewhere, but we'll take care of that. We'll have you take care of that. Now, if you are out on the road and you have to, or if you need parking for the night because you have an early morning delivery and you have to be right there, Decker does reimburse for parking while you're out on the road. So if you have questions about that at all, definitely reach out to your driver manager on a load by load basis to make sure that we've got that reimbursement set up for you. Meaning you've spoke to your driver manager, you're going to be sending in that receipt, because you can't get reimbursed if you don't send in your receipt. So do not forget that. You got to send in your receipt along with the rest of your paperwork. That's a must all the time. Getting that in, and all you have to do is scan it. We have our TransFlow Geotab units in the truck, the ELD system. You've got access to your fuel routing and your bonus structures, your scorecard and the safety bonus on there. You'll have access to a lot of our company videos and tutorials, as well as the communication with the driver manager. So all of that is on the TransFlow Geotab unit that is in the truck. And you can also use the app on your phone as well if you'd like. Not for the hours of service, but for some of the communication and everything. All right, so that said, just make sure that you get your receipt in so that we can get you reimbursed. Pay cutoff day, or pay cutoff, is on Tuesday night. So tonight is cutoff, and then you'll get paid Friday. So everything you get in by Tuesday night is paid Friday. Don't forget, we do have minimum pay throughout most of our divisions, our refrigerated, our flatbed, our over the road, our regional, and that's basically your base, your safety net, right? But your rate of pay per mile and the miles that you run are most likely going to exceed that. Now, there's a couple of divisions where the minimum might be more of your average, or basically what you expect on a week-to-week basis, where other divisions, especially the over-the-road division, the minimum is just that. It is that safety net, but your averages are well over it. Talk to the recruiter when you're inquiring about the position. Get the details from them so that you'll know based off of, again, your experience level, your running lanes, and the division. So refrigerated, flatbed, stuff like that. Cool? All right. Got that out of the way. I wanted to make sure that I hit on that question of the day, huh? We go live every Tuesday noon Central here on our YouTube channel, but every Monday at 4 p.m. Central on our Facebook. So if one of them is more convenient for you than the other, join us on whichever one's best. Otherwise, hope to have you on both of them. All right. Also for today, I wanted to talk about one of our awards, our monthly awards that we have here at Decker. Last week, we spoke a little bit about our scorecard and our safety bonuses. Those are two bonuses that we have each and every month that our drivers, our professional drivers here, are earning. The safety bonus is based off of our Lytx system. It does include both inward and outward facing event recorders, lane departure, speed gauge, following distance, hard braking. I'm trying to think of what all triggers that Lytx system. But that's all encompassed in the safety unit of the truck. Now, it is not a live feed, so like I said, it's triggered by a critical event, and those are the critical events, the erratic lane change or hard braking or following too close, like that speed gauge. And then we have, before I even go to the scorecard, for the safety bonus, if you have a perfect score for the safety bonus, you'll get an extra penny per mile on all the miles that you accumulated for the previous month. So all your dispatch miles that previous month. And it doesn't even have to be a perfect score. It could be let's see if I'm trying to remember how that scoring is because it's a little different. It comes across different. So it's anything that's 0.49 or below is a perfect, or it gets paid out for that cent per mile, and anything over that you don't earn that safety bonus. So there's quite a bit of wiggle room there. If you have questions, please reach out so that we can answer those. And then that's the safety bonus. But then we also have the scorecard bonus, which can get you an extra 4 cents a mile. And again, we went in depth about this last week. So, and feel free to ask. I'd be happy to go over the details. But otherwise, skip ahead and let you know that we have an extra 4 cents a mile that you get as on the company side. and an extra 3 cents a mile on the owner operator lease purchase side if you maximized or got the full payout of that bonus. Now, it doesn't mean if you don't get that full amount, that full 1,000 points, you'll still earn a bonus, or you can still earn a bonus, but you won't get the full amount. Let me make sure. Is this streaming okay there for you, Katie? Looks like it is on my side, but I just want to make sure. All right. So you can still get a bonus, 1, 2, 3 cent per mile bonus, even if you don't get the full amount. And again, that's all just dependent. Okay, cool. That's all dependent on where your scorecard is. And the 7 criteria for that are on-time delivery, driver service failures, miles, CSA violations, preventable accidents, fuel compliance, idle time, and claims. That was the other one. I was like, what is that? Hey, Chuck, how are you? So yeah, those are the criteria for the bonus. And again, we spoke about that last week. But all of those, or both of those, go into account for our Driver of the Month awards. And our Driver of the Month awards are really exciting, especially this time of year, because you get to see what fruition, what it grows into. The Driver of the Month award, you can only earn that one time within a 12-month calendar year per division. So if you're in the refrigerated division, you run more of our regional refrigerated, then you can earn that award one time within the calendar year. Same for over-the-road flatbed or over-the-road refrigerated, or maybe our Midwest flatbed. We have one for each of those divisions, and then one for our lease purchase owner operator division. So if you earn Driver of the Month, that most likely means that you're one of the top scorers with your safety and your scorecard bonus. And I say most likely because there's a lot of competition there, but it's not the only thing that is weighed. And so with those votes, you'll get you can earn the Driver of the Month. And the Driver of the Month sets you up for Driver of the Year, which sets you up for Grand Champion. And the exciting part is at the end of the first quarter, that's when we start having our Driver of the Year awards, and we get to celebrate all of those Driver of the Months again on a bigger scale. And then, of course, a big to-do for all of our Driver of the Years, which will be announced here very soon. Not today, but it will be announced very soon. So stay tuned for that, and I'd check us out on our Facebook page to make sure that you don't miss that. Okay, so that said, the Driver of the Month award, you get a $100 Walmart gift card plus a $50 gift card to the Decker store. So if you're looking for a Decker cooler or a Decker, I'm trying to figure out where my Decker stuff is, or a Decker water bottle, or any of the swag merch, whatever it's called, then please, you'll be able to earn that $50 gift card. Please check that out either online or stop by one of the Decker stores in Missoula, or of course the big one is in Fort Dodge, and I believe there's some in Bessemer as well. And you can get all of the goods there. It's a $50 gift card. Now that's for the winners, and then for each division we also have for most divisions I should say, we have a runner-up or someone who can earn a different level of that. We have a $50 gift card, Walmart gift card, and then a gift from the Decker store. So the Walmart gift card will be sent out to you, or you get to claim that. And then the gift from the Decker store, you can just stop in, and Steph will provide that. She'll usually send that out for the Decker store certificate. When you stop in, we'll be able to keep track of that for you. So let's talk about or congratulate our winners for January. Now, these are our January winners. We announced them in February. We'll announce February's winners next month in March. So our more regional, refrigerated, and van division, our winner was Christopher Eppens. So congratulations, Christopher, for winning. Again, that's a $100 gift card plus a $50 Walmart gift card and a $50 gift card to the Decker store. And then Darren Ladley and Dennis McCubbin both came as runner-ups for that division. Again, they'll get a gift card to Walmart as well as a gift from the Decker store. So congratulations to you guys for that. Our over-the-road refrigerated division, our winner was Donna Mobley. So Donna, once again, earning that title. Remember, you can only earn that one time within a 12-month calendar year. And since this is January, whole new year, whole new opportunity. And Robert Anderson, speaking of multiple times, Robert Anderson earning the runner-up position for the month of January. Congratulations. Our Midwest Flatbed Division winner, Tyler Ash. Tyler, congratulations for winning that title. Now, I do want to say that our Midwest Flatbed Division is probably one of our smaller divisions. Not probably. It is definitely one of our smaller divisions compared to our refrigerated. And we do have a lot of opportunity there. So if that's something you're interested in, we'll hit on that here in just a moment. And then we have our over-the-road flatbed division. Our over-the-road flatbed division winner was Ronald Murrow. Congratulations, Ronald. So taking the title for January. And Jeffrey Bostick taking the runner-up position. Congratulations, Jeffrey, as well. And our owner-operator lease purchase winner for January, once again, Jamie Beam. Congratulations, Jamie. Well done, you guys. So again, all of the things that are considered, there is the number of nominees for each division is going to be based off of how big that division is. And I mean, how many professional drivers we have out of that division. And you're eligible one time within a 12-month calendar year. So huge congratulations to all of those who earned that title. A really fun experience. And then again, it puts you in the running for Driver of the Year. And we'll be announcing 2023 Driver of the Year awards for lease purchase, OTR refrigerated, regional refrigerated, OTR flatbed, and regional flatbed here in the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned for sure. Because you gotta know who's the up and coming or possible winner for the grand champion. Driver of the Year is a $3,000 prize. Grand champion is a $15,000 prize. So yeah, kind of a big deal. Kind of want to earn that, right? Just kinda. Huge congrats. Chuck is in California. Hey, all of a sudden I just got a whole slew of comments, so I might be a little behind here. Hey, Jeff, how are ya? Decker is good today. Yes. I got a little nervous because we had all these, so Jeff is another Montanan, but we had some weather over here and all these little warning watches, but really, I mean, I don't want to play it off like it's nothing, but it's pretty decent. It's a little cold, but it's not bad. Good. I'm glad you're doing well. Yes. So Katie says our driver of the month earned a Walmart gift card and a company store gift and some Decker swag. All right. So see, she has to put me in my spot. She has to make sure that I'm using the right verbiage. Merch, swag. Come on. Chuck says, so as a lease driver, if my wife goes to driving school, could I be her trainer? Congrats to all you drivers. That's a good question, Chuck. And actually, the answer is no. Here at Decker, we would require that she go with a trainer, one of our company trainers first. And so in order to qualify to train, you have to be with Decker for a year and you have to go through our train the trainer course. So that's part of the process. And so she would have to go. Now, and here's the other part of that. We don't allow lease purchase to do any of our training. So none of our owner operators and lease purchase drivers do any of the training. You must be a company driver to earn that position. And what was the other restriction on that one? Oh, and the other restriction based off of what you're asking is it can't be a family member because it's a conflict of interest basically. But we do have some great trainers. If she doesn't come here already trained, she has that opportunity. Okay. And Jeff says, doing good in Wyoming, trying to get home to Billings. Some snow down on, yeah, there's a little bit of snow. We got it probably around, I don't know, 4 or 5 this morning, but I don't think it's even an inch. But it's cold. It's okay because I'm inside. You can see, you always know what the weather is like outside because of, how reflective the snow is off of the window here. Yeah. Well, be safe if you're in Wyoming. You know how crazy that can be. Speaking of winter weather, I should probably note, this is a question we get asked all the time. Do I have to throw chains? You don't. You do need to know how, because you don't want to be in a position where you're stuck and you need to get moving. Like get yourself out of trouble is what I'm saying, not like going down the road 100 miles on chains. That's not what I mean at all. I just mean if you are stuck or you need to get moving and you need to throw chains, that's one thing. You want to know how to do it. We do have a tutorial here on our YouTube page or our YouTube channel if you want to check it out. Liam walks through how to do it, how to throw it. I learned, I think I can do it, but thankfully I've never had to. And a lot of our professional drivers have never had to do it. 30 plus years of experience, even driving in the West, and they've never done it. So it depends on the individual and, what you're willing to do and what you're not. Knowing your limits as a professional driver basically ranks you as a professional driver. I can't tell you what you can and can't do. You'll have a better understanding of your limitations than I would, right? And I would think same. But the reason I bring it up is Wyoming, sometimes it's ice, wind, whatever that weather is. Please make sure you're communicating with your driver manager. Sometimes Wyoming isn't the best route, and they might be sending you a different way just to keep you safe. Totally understandable. Again, they're going to rely on the communication between you and your DM to know what it's like over there. And planning ahead, checking your weather reports, all that good stuff, probably a good idea to go along with it. 46 and sunny in Iowa. Yesterday was 70. Wow. Yes, it was 3 degrees here, negative 3 degrees actually here, this morning when I started the car. And I don't even know what it is right now. Once you get into a spot, you don't move, right? Until you have to. Chuck says, is there a place to find out how many lease operators have paid a truck off compared to the number who have turned in? Like here at Decker, you mean? I would imagine that if I get a hold of the lease department, they might be able, they should be able to tell me that. We have one of our requirements for the lease purchase is that your scorecard is consistently high, meaning you can't, in order to qualify for the lease purchase program, first you need to be here with Decker for at least 6 months. That didn't used to be the requirement, but that is now. We no longer have a deposit requirement, but instead of the deposit requirement, we have that 6-month requirement. So there's that. But your scorecard, safety score and scorecard, need to be high in order, the safety score needs to be low. The scorecard needs to be high in order to qualify for the lease purchase. The reason we do that is, we're a walk-away lease, and it is a walk-away, so it's not, if it doesn't work out for you, that's okay. It's not going to be on your credit or anything like that. But we also don't want you going into the lease purchase thinking, oh, it's a walk away. I don't, it's not a big deal if anything doesn't happen. But it's still a business, and you're still making an investment, and we do not want to see you fail at it. So we have these requirements set up already to prevent or to help prevent failure. I guess we can't 100% prevent it, but it does help prevent it. So we've adjusted some of the requirements for that reason. But as for knowing the exact number, I don't know the number or the percentage for that matter, but I should probably find that out for you. Let me get my my trusty pen here. Okay, percentage of LPs. Yeah, let me find out for you. See if we have that. I would imagine we do. We've got to have it somewhere. It's just not something that I've asked. But as for nationwide, which I'm assuming that's not what you're asking, but as for nationwide, I would have no idea. And I do know that there are a lot of companies out there that push the lease purchase program because they make more money off of the lease purchase. We try really hard to have a good balance for our owner-operators or our lease purchase drivers as well as for the company. It has to make sense for both. If it doesn't, it's not worth doing. And I mean that on the company side, or excuse me, I mean that as far as the company and as far as the driver. And that's why we have those requirements. If you're not making money in lease purchase, why would you want to have that sort of stress on your life if you're not making more money with it, right? That's how I look at it, at least. But we do have, like I said, we have some success. We've had some of our company drivers just recently. See, like Jesse Carter, he went over to lease purchase in January. And the other day when he reached out, he said he was loving it. Absolutely loving it. So I love to see the success with it. I just super cautious about it, aren't I? I definitely put up a lot of be careful type. Yeah. Jeremy says, Bryce just got me approved. Woohoo! Thinking about flatbed options. What do you have out of Omaha? You're welcome, Chuck. Always welcome. Omaha for flatbed? Give me a sec. Let me think here. I don't think I have any flatbed out of Omaha. Let me bring up my map, and if I'm nice enough, I'll share it with you so you can see what that hiring area looks like. Fair enough? Let's see. But we do have some flatbed opportunities. I know we have refrigerated out of Omaha for sure. But if flatbed is what you're looking for, okay, let me think here. This is trying to find the best map for you to see so that you can actually see where our hiring area is. Waiting for it. I'm bogging down my machine. Okay, so yeah, no flatbed out of Omaha. Can I share this with you? You're right, Jeremy. Refrigerated doesn't guarantee home on weekends. You are right on the border for flatbed. Did Bryce mention anything about flatbed to you? Let's see, Omaha zip code. I'm cheating here. I'm going to bring up my zip code finder. Maybe. Let's see, I've got a zip code for you, 68007. Does that sound right? 68007. Oh, look at that. See, I'm full of malarkey. We can do it. We've got a good one for you too. I wasn't sure if it was going as far as Omaha. So let me backpedal here a little bit and tell you about our Midwest flatbed division. 68123. Okay. I'm going to double check that one too, just to be on the safe spot. Just kidding. All right, so for our over-the-road flatbed division, or not over the road, our regional flatbed division, that'll get you home on like a Friday night or a Saturday morning, and then back out either Sunday night or early Monday morning. So yes, it would be on a It would be for the weekend. Maybe not the full 48 hours, but you'll see at least a 34. So again, coming home on a Friday night or a Saturday morning and then leaving back out Sunday night or Monday morning. The really cool part about that, Jeremy, is that division does offer $1,450 a week. So you're going to get $1,450 a week and home on the weekends for that Midwest Flatbed division. Yeah, I would definitely talk to Bryce about it because that is the only one that we can get you home on the weekends for in your area, and be able to guarantee that right now. With the $1,450, I know a lot of times I'll say for the minimum pay, let me backpedal one more time. For the minimum pay, usually your rate of pay per mile and the miles that you run often exceed that minimum pay. However, with the $1,450 minimum pay, that's what you can expect to get on a weekly basis. That's going to be the norm for that specific division. Now, for our over-the-road divisions, refrigerated flatbed, they exceed that. They exceed the minimum pay and actually that $1,450. So with this specific position, $1,450 is basically what you'd be seeing on a regular basis. You do want to be sure that you're available for dispatch at least 5 days out of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, then you're good to go. So be available for dispatch 5 days out of the week, no load refusals, no late loads, no CSA violations for the week, no preventable accidents for the week, and get your paperwork in on time. Easy peasy. 6 requirements for that position for the minimum pay, that $1,450. Now, if you didn't meet one of those requirements, if you had a CSA violation or didn't get your paperwork in or something like that, you'll get your rate of pay per mile and the miles that you ran for that week. So keep that in mind. You'll have one or the other. But for that specific division, the minimum pay is the better of the two usually. Okay, that's different than some of the other divisions. But the minimum pay in that one is better than the two. But it's also a pretty darn good number to rely on every week, right? Chuck says, for sure, I have no intention to fail your lease permit. Sounds pretty solid. I love what I'm hearing. Cool. Yeah, we've had some good success with it. What I should do is have you speak to some of our LP guys so you know what that transition looks like. But I probably should have you speak to somebody who is more of a recent LP guy, not someone who completed it during the pandemic. Some of them finished the lease purchase really quick because rates and everything were really high, and we pay 72% of the load. So you'll want to speak to somebody who's just recently moving into it. And that's going to be, whether you're doing refrigerator or whatever, making sure that they're going to be in the same division that you are so that it's comparable. Would have you speak to somebody in LP and in refrigerated OTR when you're doing flatbed regional or something, that's not going to work. Jeremy says, exceeding $1,450 per week, I could be on board with that. Yeah, the $1,450 per week is what you can expect. Exceeding it, I really don't feel that you would exceed it a whole lot. I guess, how much experience do you have, Jeremy? Because it's the rate of pay per mile is based off of your experience level. And let me get a calculator because math is, you don't want to do math in front of somebody and then realize that you're off. So give me a sec here. Yeah, okay, so our mileage for that division is usually around, anywhere from 18 to 21. So they're not high mileage for that home weekly position. And if you had 25 years, okay, so you'd be at 70 cents a mile in the flatbed division. Okay, so you'll be right around that $1,450 if you're getting the good miles for that one. But again, miles for that division, 18 to 21 is pretty normal. You're not in that specific division, you're not running 2,600 miles a week. That's just not common for that division. 3 million accident free. Congratulations. Multi-million. I love it. Hopefully you've gotten an award or plaque for that one. 3 really big accomplishments. Fantastic. But yeah, Jeremy, with your 25 years experience, you'd be at 70 cents a mile. The $14.50 is what you can expect. It doesn't mean that that's your max by any means. That division, though, you're running a lot of shorter runs, and it is tarping and securing. So that's where the additional amount, instead of the $1,000 minimum pay, that's why it's the $14.50 instead. So it doesn't mean you won't exceed it, but the average is $14.50. What else can I tell you? Okay, so for that, you've got 2 years of experience. For that division, you'll have a 3-day orientation, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday in Fort Dodge. Before you even come to orientation, we'll want to make sure that you've completed your online orientation, which is usually a video followed by a couple of questions. You know, there's several modules. So you'll have video questions. Once you've completed that and you've done your physical, unless you have a recent physical, then we'll probably just use that, have you fax it over or scan it, email it. And then we also have the requirement, of course, the hair follicle and the urinalysis. So you'll have your drug test that we like to do ahead of time as well. And then your hotel, your room and your board, or your room and meals will be provided to you in Fort Dodge. We'll take care of your transportation here, usually a rental car, sometimes, well, in your case, it'd be a rental car. We'll take care of the gas and the rental car. And you're paid $500 for completing orientation. The 3-day, once you're done with orientation, get you in your truck, put you to work, start making a little bit of money. That's the plan. 60 days before insurance kicks in. And the insurance is medical, dental, vision, prescription. We have 401k, 50% match there. Lots of insurance options. So make sure that you've got a good balance for what you need and you know what you're looking for, because you could go hog wild with the insurance options. So yeah. Chuck says, I'm out of Tacoma. I've been completing 1 lease with Prime once I've been... Wait. I'm out of Tacoma. I've completed 1 lease with Prime once I've been driving since 93. So Tacoma is a fantastic location for our over-the-road refrigerated division. And I'd have to speak to a couple people and see who's in the OTR for lease purchase off the top of my head that hasn't recently completed it, or hasn't completed it during the pandemic. So let me find out who would be a good one for you to speak to, kind of get the full picture. Let's see, because he switched over to flatbed. Yeah, let me figure that one out for you. But Tacoma's a great location for our over-the-road refrigerated division. You'd be getting home about every 2 to 3 weeks in just the normal home time, and you can stay out longer. I do know a lot of people in the Northwest do stay out longer. I think that just must be a given for the area. But a lot of West, a lot of Midwest, we do have runs that go into the Atlanta area, into the Carolinas, into Alabama, but most of it's going to be west of the Mississippi. We do also have, we don't do a whole lot of the New England states, New York. It's just not an area we do a lot of. There are some runs, but if that's an area you're wanting to stay out of, we could probably accommodate that. Chicago, we run a lot, so keep that in mind. But Tacoma is a fantastic spot for us, Chuck. We run a lot of the I-5. We hire in the Portland area north to Seattle, so that's real heavy for freight for us, keeping you busy in that neck of the woods. But driving since 93, fantastic. 10 years longer than I've been in the industry. Nice. Yes. Now, equipment-wise, I should probably hit on that. For flatbed, Jeremy, we have the 579 Peterbilts. That's the majority of our trucks. We have some 740 Volvos. We don't have a lot of Volvos, but we do have some of those. And we have a few Freightliner Cascadia Evolutions. So it could be any of those. When it comes to the refrigerated side, 579 Peterbilt. Again, the majority of our trucks are 579s. And then we have let's see, the Volvos are going to be 860s, 780s, and then a few Freightliner Cascadia Evolutions for the refrigerated side. So 740s for flatbed, 860s, 780s for refrigerated on the Volvo. But again, over 95% are Peterbilts, 579s. And it's based off of availability. You know, if we only have Freightliners available that week, then that's what you'd see, at least initially, when you come in. What I'm saying is whatever's available. Where was it? Oh, equipment-wise. So 48 foot, 53 refrigerated, 48 flatbed. They're all newer model. Both are refrigerated and flatbed. Trailers are within about 5 years. Our equipment, like our tractors, the trucks themselves, they are within 3 years. So average age is about 16, 17 months for those. Definitely newer model. They are mostly automatics. And they have all kinds of amenities. APUs, refrigerators, inverters, CB units. They're double bunk. They have a 22-inch television with Epic View satellite TV programming. We have microwaves. Did I say microwaves? Microwaves and refrigerators. We have the inward and outward facing event recorders. It's part of the Lytx system that I was talking about earlier, the safety features. So we've got that. That is not a live feed, and it does kick off when you turn off the truck. The internal one turns off right away. The outside one stays on for, I can't remember, 4 hours? That's not right, is it? I can't remember how long that one stays on off the top of my head. But the inward one will turn off right away. So the trucks are fully equipped. We do have air ride seats, obviously, on the driver's side and the passenger, because we do allow passengers from day one, ages 10 on up. Just one passenger per truck, though. And then for a dog policy, our dog policy is available as well. We do allow up to 2 dogs, non-aggressive breeds, no more than 65 pounds combined. So the 2 of them can't exceed 65 pounds. Whereas one dog can be up to 80 pounds, 85 pounds. Yeah. But again, non-aggressive breeds on the dogs. So we have that. Briefly spoke about benefits. Those all start after 60 days. Equipment-wise, definitely hit on that. When it comes to I'm bouncing all over the place, but I mean, having a conversation with me is about the same. So that's how it is. Okay, so talking about Jeremy with that Midwest Flatbed Division, the 1450, kind of giving you an idea of the running lanes, if Bryce hasn't already told you. Iowa, real heavy freight-wise. Basically, draw a picture of the upper Midwest, and I'm talking Missouri north, Missouri, Kansas, and Michigan, Minnesota, Iowa, of course, Wisconsin, Ohio, Illinois, Indiana, parts of PA, mostly around the Pittsburgh area, some Kentucky. Those are all areas that you would see in that Midwest Flatbed Division, especially around Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, Wisconsin. Those are going to be real heavy freight areas for you. And again, home weekly in that instance. Where Chuck, your OTR, mostly west of the Mississippi, longer runs, obviously almost twice as long for the average length of haul as what Jeremy's Midwest Flatbed Division would be. So quite a bit difference in the length of haul there. But home time obviously is a difference, and miles, obviously quite a bit more miles for Chuck as well in that OTR division for capability. If you guys have questions, that number, like I said before, that's flying across the screen, 877-433-2537. That's the recruiting department. And they'll be able to be more specific. Get an application in. If they already have an application for you, and I know it's super easy with you guys with the Intelli apps, if they have an application for you, they can basically pre-qualify you on the phone, because they can say, oh, yes, you meet our qualifications. Major moving violations in the last 3 years, that'll disqualify you. Same with a preventable DOT recordable accident within the last 3 years. Still another, your St. Bernard, you have a St. Bernard? Holy smoly. How big is it? He? She? I would like to see it get into the truck. I can imagine like pushing on up, trying to get that pup into the truck. What was I saying? Oh, qualification factors. So no major moving violations in the last 3 years. No preventable DOT recordable accidents in the last 3 years. No failed refused drug tests. No DUIs, DWIs, nothing like that in the last 5 years in a commercial vehicle. But yeah, none of that. If you have a speeding ticket, say you have a 5-over or you have a minor incident, maybe a turning incident, we can work with those as long as you don't have more than 2 in the last 12 months. So we can work with it. But we are pretty particular, which is good. That's what makes us an elite fleet, right? I just like to say it because it rhymes, but speaking of, the best fleets to drive for ceremony will be coming up too. Year 3, baby. Woohoo! Woohoo! Very cool. Okay. What am I missing for questions? I think I've got all the questions so far. Payroll is direct deposit every Friday. Usually get a notice on Thursday through your email and the the Transflow unit to let you know. And then you're paid Friday. Benefits start after 60 days. I just said that not too long ago. Chuck, I'm going to find out, see if I can get that percentage for you on the lease purchase. Yeah. Other than that, that should be it for me for today, you guys. I hope you have an awesome rest of your week. Stay warm, stay safe. Jeff, as you're coming through Wyoming, headed home, be careful. Hope you're taking care of yourself and anybody else heading through any of those passes, right? All right. Okay, well, I appreciate you guys being here with me today. Have a safe rest of your week. Enjoy. We've got Leap Day coming up here in 2 days, right? Yeah. What are you going to do with your extra day? We work. Yeah. Chuck says 185 pounds, only 100 pounds above. 185 pounds? That I push. Oh, man. That is one big pump. Yeah. That's a big push. All right, you guys, be safe. Take care. Have a wonderful rest.